The U.S. is ramping up its response to the pandemic. Several states have ordered restaurants to shut or be open for delivery only. Authorities want to reduce mass public gatherings as they prepare for a spike in cases.
The message from America's leading expert on infectious diseases is, get ready for hard times ahead.
Americans should be prepared that they're going to have to hunker down significantly more than we as a country are doing.
And so New York's usually buzzing bars and restaurants will be restricted to takeout or delivery only. Nightclubs, theaters and concert venues must close starting Tuesday. Several other cities, including Los Angeles, are following suit.
Honestly, I'm kind of upset about the closing because of rent and financials, and I know that we all have families to take care of and things like that. I do want us to all be safe and healthy, but I'm really concerned about how I'm going to pay my bills.
I think it's a little bit of an overreaction, actually, but I was kind of surprised that they made that decision. But I guess we have to respect what the government tells the public to do.
Schools are also being closed and public gatherings of more than 50 people have been discouraged. As supermarket shelves are stripped bare, the White House has appealed to Americans not to hoard food and supplies.
Stores will stay open throughout the days that lie ahead. We were told that hours may be reduced to allow for cleaning and to resupply, but American families can be confident your local grocery store is going to be open.
The new social distancing measures also found their way into the Democratic presidential debate, with Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders sharing an elbow bump instead of shaking hands. More than 3,000 people have been infected with COVID-19 in the U.S. That number is expected to spike as testing capacity increases. Officials say more than 2,000 labs across the country are ready to process tests.
Simon Marks joins us from Washington with the latest. So Simon, the U.S. appears to be hunkering down. How's this going to affect the public?
Well, hunkering down, but hunkering down in different ways in different places, Glenda. And one of the problems the American government has got is that despite that pledge that you heard there from Mike Pence, many Americans do not feel confident that their groceries and supermarket stores are going to remain open, which is why as soon as they put food on the shelves, certainly here in Washington, D.C., it is immediately stripped by people descending on the supermarkets hour after hour. And the rules vary from place to place because this is a federal system, so it's not up to the national government, it's up to individual states and localities. For example, in New York tonight, I will not be able, were I there, to go out and enjoy a cheeseburger in a local restaurant. They're all being closed by order of the city. But here in Washington, D.C., if I want to, I can gather 249 of my best friends and take them to a restaurant, and we can all order cheeseburgers. And that's a massive difference over what, just 400 miles distance between here and New York City. So more measures are going to be unveiled by the Trump administration in the next few hours, but there is still a sense here that the country is playing catch-up.
Well, meantime, Simon, the Fed Reserve has slashed those interest rates to near zero. It's going to be, another rough start to Wall Street, isn't it? We're back to quantitative easing.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, what are we? We're 45 minutes now away from the opening bell. The futures all traded down even after that move by the Federal Reserve. Dow Jones Industrial Average futures down 4.5 percentage points in value. So the Fed's move did nothing, at least over the short term, to assuage the markets. And there is every expectation here of a huge drop the minute that opening bell rings.
All right, Simon, thank you very much for that update. Simon Marks there in Washington, D.C. And we will have more on the coordinated central bank response later on Asia Tonight.